Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Kimberly Tolson, now of Asmodee/Queens.
Yes, yes.
And you guys have a nice little play on words here for this game, Queen's Architect.
Absolutely. So with Queen's Architect, we have a really, really great game from Queen, great components, medium level play, easy to learn, but still has a lot of complexity. So I know it's going to get on my game table for strategy and for just like average gaming. So about Queen's Architect, what you guys are trying to do is you are going around and picking up workers from different artisan trades, and you are collecting them to make essentially a workforce to go out to fill particular contracts to earn favor with the Queen. So once you fulfill particular contracts, you get to move up on the track past each number that allows you to go based on your worker strength. So right now, because my workers are facing in, I have a strength of 7 plus 3.
Which I'm actually going to put my workforce here up in the middle so we can really zoom in on that. So it would be this number pointing in here to the middle. So I would have a workforce of 1 plus 7, so 8.
Exactly. And once you use your workers to go fulfill a particular contract, you then have to rotate your workers clockwise because they become exhausted. They've done a job for you. They need some rest. The problem though is whenever you have your worker on their last job, they go home forever. They're done. They're done. Your workers only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs available to offer you at varying levels of strength. So you have to use your workers wisely.
Just sounds like everybody kind of has that day at work where you're like,
I know. But, so let's say you have like a mad day, right? Let's say you're at 0, but you're not gone yet. You're really not working at all. You can actually visit the tavern. I'm not kidding, to refresh. And when you visit the tavern, you essentially bump your player back up 1 space, so they get to do another job for you, and they do a job at a better rate. So yeah,
that is some good beer.
It's good beer. It's really good beer. So some of the things you get to do on your turn is you get to come here and then build with your worker strength. That's the one we just talked about. Otherwise, you can go and get money. Money allows you to purchase more workers. Here, you get to go and purchase your workers. And then also, there's another action. We get these things, they're called loan tokens. If you go up on a track because you build, but you're not able to go up fully. So let's say I got 7 points of work from my workers. 4, that means I have 3 left. I'm not able to go up again on the track. So the remaining points that I have, I get in loan tokens. And so I take the loans, and each loan actually is worth 2 gold, but it's not 2 gold until I trade it in at my loan trader. So if I come here, I can essentially say, hey, would you like this for $2? But there's also another track on each individual board that allows you to build trust with your loan person. And so you can actually move up on the track to then trade out more loans for the same single action, which makes you more efficient. You move your track around on the board, you move your car. This allows you to get to the varying cities and villages and monasteries so that you can...
I think I was driving my car upside down earlier.
That's okay. Just hanging out. Well, someone actually yesterday in the demo tried to drive down this mountain right here where there was no road at all. And they're like, why am I driving down the side of a mountain?
We're off-roading in Queen's Architect.
So you actually have to follow the path. I didn't think I had to say that, but yes, follow the path from city to city. So this allows you to be mobile. The problem with traveling is that traveling costs a lot of money when you want to do it really far on one single turn.
You have to pay for your efficiency.
So the first move free. If you want to move more, you have the chart right here on the top of the board. Here, you get to refresh your workers at the tavern, which is the action that I already mentioned to you. And so really where the game works, in my opinion, is the interaction. When you come to villages to complete contracts for the Queen, the first player has no disadvantage. So if I come here to build, I will get my score of my workers in my particular reel. I would score 9 points. This says a max of 10. That's good. Well, make sure that your colors match up.
Right, yeah. So we've got the purple
and the glass
Taylor
blower.
and a glass blower, but
Yeah.
we'll pretend that's a glass blower.
Yeah. So if I come here, I would then score my 9 points. I look at the board. I go 5. I get 4 left over. I take those in loans, and I put my cube here, which is yellow, red. You're red.
I'm red.
So if yellow comes here, they're going to be at a -2 disadvantage to build on the town.
Because I've already made a presence here.
Yeah, your building's better, and they need like less. They don't need as much. So that's where the player interaction happens, which is really cool. The other thing is that the artisans are really at high demand, and they're specific to the trade. There's 5 different trades. So if I'm looking for a glass blower, there's not even a glass blower available. You don't have a glass blower, I don't have one. So the next time that card comes up, I'm going to want to race over there and grab it before somebody else does. Now the problem with having the cards start at the bottom and go up is that they're really cheap, and you're like, that's great, right? Cheap labor. The problem is they start at a really low level of work. This particular worker is going to be starting at level 1 with the very last job. He does 1 job and then he's done.
Hence the reason he's so cheap.
He's so cheap. This starts at the level 2, this starts at the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then 6th. So if I get that glass blower, they enter at level 1, I'm going to get that 1 job and then he's gone. So you might want to wait for him to rise. But then somebody might steal him.
Oh, pause.
Join in any King of Tokyo or King of New tournament during the convention for a chance to earn your spot in the national tournament happening Sunday morning.
Sunday.
Good voice.
Okay.
So, pretty much, in whole, this is a race. You are trying to complete as many jobs, fulfill the contracts, and get all the way up here to the top. Once you get here, you move your card back to the center space. When you have 15 amount of work with all of your workers combined, you can then complete the build action and say this is the end of the round. If you're the only one to do that, then you win the game. If somebody else does, then there are tiebreakers for that, which is the most worker number added up. So if I finish with 16 and you finish the same round with 17, you're gonna win. If there's a tie after that, it's these bonds, which they're really handy, but they're also not cash until you trade them out.
Right.
So
How long would a full game take?
a full game, first game, probably an hour. After that, probably between 45 minutes to an hour. But it's this rondel. That's the game for me. I love rondels. But the fact that everybody's going and doing a different action on their turn is really cool. And then again, I love that player interaction is just right at a nice level, and the luck value is less. It's lowered because it's really just the luck of the tiles that are drawn.
Right.
But I think this is a super game. It's definitely going to hit my table.
All right. Well, Kimberly, thank you for stopping by and bringing us Queen's Architect, which is being published by Asmodee /Queens.